Coryxkenshin was right about YouTube. Shoot. I'm starting to see more and more people getting banned, or not banned, demonetized left and right for no reason. And it's crazy. Because he talked about this like 3-4 years ago. And people are only just now starting to see that. Only just now starting to see it. Which is crazy, by the way, but let's get into it.
At it, Coryxkenshin was absolutely right in the situation between him and YouTube. For those who don't know, there was a major controversy that happened a couple years ago where Cory was calling out YouTube for favoritism and racism. Pretty crazy accusations to make in the current age of the internet, but the proof he had to back it up was undisputable, with YouTube essentially blacklisting his channel from the platform every time he had a few videos perform well.
Yes, there was... I forgot which video it was. I think it was his return to YouTube. His return to YouTube, he literally was trending over Drake. He was trending over Drake, and then literally not even, what, a week or two later, he got a strike for no reason. And Drake literally dropped that week, or something like that. Drake dropped that week, and then he dropped like maybe a day or so after. It was like, what was it, the Right Foot Slide Drake song or some junk like that? He was trending over that song within the day that he posted. The next thing you know, literally whenever he started the mortuary assistant, strike for no reason. Then he got some strikes on other videos and junk like that for no reason. That's probably why he keep disappearing like how he do now. Because YouTube is probably constantly like, there's probably something that he's seeing that we're not seeing, and we're just the viewers, of course. But it sucks, but man, at least he has, representatives and junk like that. So if anything happens to his junk, he could have somebody like formally look at it. Shoot, small fries like us? Or like me? Oh no. Your shit got demonetized, or you got a strike? Make another channel, fuck nigga. Or better yet, if I catch you making another channel, we demonetizing and blocking that too. Like, you can't win for losing as a small fry. Only OGs remember whenever you said you was gonna pull the board. I'm about to do it again.
While allowing other creators of different races to post the same content and receive zero consequences. And believe it or not, things have only continued to get worse ever since this situation happens, with numerous extremely large content creators getting completely demonetized off the platform without any notice, which for many of these creators makes absolutely no sense at all. And like I stated before, this would all stem from a single video Coryxkenshin made on a game called the Mortuary Assistant, where shortly after it was posted and reached #1 trending in the world, it would get completely age restricted off the platform, forcing Cory to make a video about what he believes to be racism and favoritism behind the scenes on the YouTube team.
This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded the Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing the Mortuary Assistant and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Cory, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision.
Now this was extremely strange, because Cory is one of the top gaming creators on the entirety of YouTube. Some would even say that even based off the stats, he is the #1 gaming creator. So
love Cory to death. My favorite content creator ever, but he is top 5 whenever it comes to gaming creators, because gaming creators, you got to count in Jacksepticeye, you got to count in Markiplier, you got to count in PewDiePie, you got to count in Dashy and junk. Like Dashy is like subscribers count. Dashy is below him. Like I think Dashy like 8 mil, 10 mil, something like that. but I still love him as my top ones, top 2, top 3, junk like that. But whenever you got Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, those are the only people that come before him. But even at that, I don't even think PewDiePie posts no more. Or he might post, I just don't watch him. But Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, my nigga, they have, if not the same amount of subscribers, a little bit more. I know Markiplier, hold on, wait. I think Markiplier got a crazy amount. Yeah, Markiplier got 38.6 mil, and then, let's see, Corey got like 24.4. Yeah, 24.4. So it's not that far off, but you know what I'm saying? But all right. He's still up there in top 5, regardless. And he's my number 1, if we're being real.
Why would YouTube be targeting him specifically in a situation like this?
If Chet doesn't have an answer for Wimby, I'm sorry, they're losing the series. If Chet doesn't have an answer, or they don't have somebody else that can guard Wimby, they're losing. As simple as that. They're going to have to find somebody to guard that nigga, or somebody that can actually do something. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, they got to get better. They got to have a better offense to combat their defense. If they can't answer to the Spurs defense, it's not going to happen. Because wasn't during the season, like, didn't they go against the Spurs like 3-4 times and they only won 1 time? Yeah, my nigga, they're going to have an answer for Wimby or their defense, or else it's just not going to happen. They're going to lose.
Why would he be the only one getting age restricted on a gameplay that so many other people also did around the exact same time? And why would they double down on it even after he appealed it, even knowing that so many other creators have also played the game on the platform? Rightfully so, it didn't make much sense to Corey at all. And it really did seem like something was up with the YouTube team, specifically because one of the other big creators that didn't get any age restriction from this gameplay was Markiplier, who is obviously another extremely large creator on YouTube, comparable to Corey in the size of their channels. And this obviously once again would be extremely confusing, and something that he would ultimately bring up in this video.
I get with my YouTube rep, I send him an email, hey, could you look at this? This is some weird stuff going on. Only my video got age restricted. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said, hey, it could possibly be this part at the end where the woman was battling some depression, and I'm just gonna leave it there, lest this video also get age restricted just because I'm talking about it. So I looked at that part. The first thing I did was try to find other YouTubers who had that part, or at least a part similar. Now, Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel and make sure that the things in the games that you play, that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that?
And this is where the entire situation would get absolutely insane, because after Corey would send all this information to his YouTube rep, and they would realize that the rules are clearly not being enforced well towards everybody, they would end up removing the age restriction from Corey's video, which...
Nah. That's not enough. See? Now, because you've seen somebody else shit, now you want to take it off. See, that's where... I'm glad my nigga Corey doubled down on this shit, too. I'm glad he doubled down on it, because... Because it was... I think he said the second he posted it, it instantly got one. And he appealed it instantly, and it instantly got, like, declined. Like, within seconds type shit. So for them to switch it after seeing that, I understand why he doubled down. If you haven't watched the original video, you do need to go back and watch it. I've watched the original video, so I somewhat know what this guy's going to talk about. but I don't know what happened recently. That's why I'm mainly listening, because I know that there's a couple people recently that's been getting demonetized unlawfully for no reason. But I want to see what else.
To some people, might be the entire issue resolved, but to people like Cory, who is literally one of the top creators on the site, it definitely seemed like there was something shady going on behind the scenes. Almost like some people didn't like Cory or had something against him. And it's really hard to tell if the thing they have against him is his skin color in particular, but it's definitely something that shouldn't be ruled out.
What do you think happened after that? I'll give you a second. They came back and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal. I sent them the clip of Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it. Now, my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh, great, this is awesome. Look, Cory, they took the age restriction off. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So I send my YouTube rep a lengthy email detailing my feelings about the entire situation, feeling like there was some favoritism at play. There was either that or some racism at play, and that I would like to sit down with the policy team and figure out why my video was flagged in the first place. Actually, number one, was it automated or was it a human that age restricted it in the first place? Number two, who was the human reviewer? Because it's a human reviewer once you submit an appeal. Who was the human reviewer that doubled down and rejected my appeal? Number three, why did it take Markiplier's clip in order for them to reverse the decision?
Now, normal people, right? There's normal people out there that would have, once they got got their monetization back or got the little age restriction back, they would have been like, yeah, cool. Nah.
These were all...
He was not going for that. That's what made me love Cory. He was not going for that shit. He literally said, nah, fuck all that. You mean to tell me he could do it, but whenever I go tell on him, now I'm cool because he did it too? Nah. See, a lot of normal people, though, wouldn't have even did all that. They would have just went with it.
Extremely good questions on Cory's part, as all of these things that YouTube was doing against his content really made it seem like there was some sort of motive against him in particular. Whether that be because they just don't like Cory as a creator, whether the people on the YouTube team are genuinely racist, or anything like that. Regardless, it's not right whatsoever. It's not right to single out creators who have done absolutely nothing wrong at all, just because you may not like them for some specific reason. However, it really did seem like someone or a group of people on the YouTube team didn't like Cory for some reason and were trying to take them down. So with Cory's mortuary assistant video being #1 trending, someone on YouTube might have wanted to take it off of that and age restricted the video. But obviously, this is all just an accusation and something that happened a very, very long time ago. Regardless though, YouTube's response to Cory's email to them about them having favorites and or being racist would only make this situation 10 times worse.
So another day, another 2 days go by.
And
what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted. They got caught with their pants down. They got called out. And then they had to go back and say, oh, whoa, okay. We see the narrative that he's kind of pushing here. We need to take some steps back. We need to just age restrict them both and be done with it. You thought that I wasn't gonna like talk about this, make a video about it? You realize how bad this looks for you, YouTube. You realize how unfair this comes across. I, in all my years, have never seen a video get age restricted, de-age restricted, and then age restricted again. Have any of you ever seen that happen before? They saw that I saw that there was some unfair stuff going on. So then they tried to appease me by de-age restricting the video. I say, wait, why are you doing that? Because I sent Markiplier's clip. And then they say, oh, okay, well, let's just age restrict them both. Why is my channel so much more thoroughly scrutinized? Especially so when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row, which I've done multiple times. And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Corey?
Yeah. That was the point that he was making that I remember. They would literally get him for random junk. Like if you go back over some of his older videos and all that, there'll be certain parts where it's like quiet and shit. Whenever he first posted those videos, they were not like that. Like if you go back to some of his Hello Neighbor videos, there's some parts that he done said where he had to cut it out and junk like that. That's literally why. Like whenever you watch some of his beginning of his YouTube career videos versus now, where there's some part that's muted or some junk like that, like that's literally what they was getting him for. And I remember him talking about this. So that's why, like, I already know a similar point on what he's gonna go over. But it's like, to see that it's still happening is fucking crazy.
No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. It was only bad when I got back and I was #1 trending.
The fact that after Cory accused the YouTube team of having favorites or being racist, and then they instantly folded and age restricted both Mark and Cory's video at the same time, just proves Cory's point once again. They used Markiplier's video to prove Cory's innocence, which simultaneously proves that they have favorites in some way, shape, or form. That they'll age restrict certain people rather than others for whatever reason they see fit, whether that be their own personal beliefs or due to them possibly not liking an entire group of people. And as Cory stated, pretty much every single time something like this would happen, it was always right after he reached a major milestone, or after one of his videos would do extremely well and reach #1 trending.
Now I realize that when you call someone a racist, that's a very, very serious accusation. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video, and it can be the same exact video, and they restrict the black person's video, but not the white person's video? I feel I've been mistreated for a long time. I mean, even when we hit 10 million subscribers and I was supposed to get my diamond play button and there was no correspondence, these situations always coincide with an uptick of growth, and it always just comes off like we can't let this black guy get too high up. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm telling you, that's how it comes off. I don't see any other YouTuber that gets #1 trending many times and then all of a sudden they're getting age restricted and they're getting copyright strikes and all of that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Point them out. I want to see them. I'll retract this entire video. I'll make a public apology to YouTube. I have no problem. My dad taught me if you make a mistake, be a man and address it and apologize. I will do that. No problem. But to me, you know what it comes off? It comes off whenever Coryxkenshin starts doing some crazy numbers or getting on trending too much. We got to find something. We got to get him for something. He's got to have done something.
And that's why this nigga keeps disappearing. We're wondering why this nigga's disappearing. And he said it 3 years ago, but nobody was listening. Hell, I think not this most recent break, but the break before that, I think he was gone for what, almost a year and a half? Something like that. Like a good little
And the main
minute.
issue that everyone had with this entire situation is the fact that YouTube is always trying to portray themselves as a platform that is fair for everyone. But whenever you see something like this, where Cory is very clearly being mistreated compared to other content creators that make videos on the exact same stuff, it really does make it seem like YouTube has some sort of vendetta against him. That they see him reaching all of these milestones like 10 million subscribers, now 20 million. That they see him reaching all of these milestones.
It's gorgeous. I want one too. But I know that it's gonna be a while. You close to getting that? I'm not even remotely close. You got to get 10 million subscribers to get that. Peso just got his, like maybe a month ago or 2. But man, to have that junk in my background just
Ooh. It's like 10 million subscribers. Now 20 million subscribers. Or they see him pulling these insane numbers, reaching #1 trending on numerous videos, and they simply just want to drag him down. And genuinely, it really is sad because Cory has built an absolutely massive fan base, posting thousands of videos for over a decade at this point. But even so, as he himself is bringing so many people to the platform every single day, YouTube in one way, shape, or another is trying to drag him down.
I am deeply sorry that this came off as a rant. You know, in the beginning, I wanted to keep my emotions out of it. I wanted to stay logical, stay on the things that I could prove. I gave you the facts, but it also turned into
that's still long.
Me venting the emotions that I've had built up around YouTube. Ironic that I have to upload this on YouTube, but where else am I gonna upload it? You know, I worked hard. I built this community from the ground. It's taken me over a decade to do. And I would have just hoped that the playing field was fair and that, hey, if I did something bad, then everybody else who also did that thing should get punished too. Is that unreasonable? Huh? I have no problem being punished. I have no problem if I break a rule that I get punished for it and I learn. But when you start, like, when it's targeted, when you're doing things only because I'm like getting bigger, or I don't know how it always seems to coincide with that situation, but that's just what it is.
Now, Cory is one of the biggest examples of this happening in the history of YouTube. And it's very concerning just due to the amount of proof that we actually have of the YouTube policy team either having favorites or being racist, just based on common sense and all of the stuff that Cory showed us. And genuinely, Cory's gameplay is some of the cleanest on the entire platform. He even bleeps out the cuss words in the games that he plays and everything like that. And that just made even more people believe the fact that someone behind the scenes was specifically targeting Cory. Because if all of these other YouTubers who are just as big as Cory, like Markiplier, who's getting millions of views on every video, who is swearing a lot in all of his videos, getting flagged less often than Cory's video, Ludwig, Moist Critical, Jacksepticeye, and a bunch of people would respond to this situation, and this is one of the main things that they would bring up.
Cory is probably one of the most advertiser brand-friendly content creators there is in the gaming space. He doesn't say bad words or anything bad. He even censors that kind of shit in the content of his video, like from the games he plays. So he goes the extra mile to be as brand friendly and advertiser friendly and family friendly as you can be. So it can't be an issue of him just being, you know, too hardcore for YouTube to support. That's just not the case. It has to be something else. Something maybe going wrong with the algorithm, or potentially actual racism at the YouTube policy team. It's not impossible.
Now, you'd think that over the years after all of this happened, YouTube would try and resolve these.
Am I family friendly? To an extent, yes. But I'm more on the... I want to say that I would be more like half family friendly, half PG-13. I'm more of the for the older crowd of people, if you know what I mean. Like maybe 14 to 18 would probably be around my age group. Like, that's the type of content I would be. Or 14 and older. Whenever you're younger than 14, it's like, you are nowhere near close to... Yes, I am, bro. It's just because of people like you that say stupid stuff like that. That's the only thing to get on my nerves, because you be getting on here trying to rage bait me left and right. And then you say weird stuff like that. Like, you seen what you literally just said. It's still on the screen, bro. But I'm not necessarily fully family friendly, but it's still like, if it's older people in the room watching and all that, because I'm more on the 14 or 13 and older. 13 and older would be more like that. And you have no room to talk with the rage baiting joint because you had to block Isabella because she rage baited the mess out of you. So I don't want to hear nothing from you. You had to actually block her. I didn't block you. So you still haven't won. You had to block her in order for her to stop getting on your nerves, quote unquote. Because you couldn't just ignore them.
Issues, and at least not make
yeah,
it very obvious that they
crowd.
have favorites on the platform. However, debatably, this is still happening on an even grander scale to this day. There have been tons of creators recently getting demonetized all over the platform. And if you don't know what getting demonetized means, it essentially means your entire channel can't make any revenue at all. So it's not just one video getting taken down or age restricted, it means that you literally can't make money on your channel at all, forever, until YouTube ultimately reverses it. And this isn't just happening to a couple people, it's happening to tons of people from every single niche all over YouTube. One of the biggest examples being Curse, who, if you guys don't know, has over 400,000 subscribers, many videos that you may have even seen before, and he got completely demonetized due to inauthentic content. Many people think that this is because of the new AI features that YouTube has been trying to implement, where they're trying to get rid of all the AI generated content of people just...
Which I'm not against that. I'm not against getting rid of the AI content, but if you're going to get rid of AI content, you can't have AI scanning people for AI content. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's where you lose me at. Like, what are you doing?
Using AI to completely generate videos and make a ton of money off the platform, but Curse has showed his face in his content before, and everyone can clearly see and hear that he doesn't have an AI voice, that he edits his own videos and everything like that. And this just makes it extremely unfair for all of YouTube, especially considering that a lot of these creators that are getting demonetized don't have any sort of YouTube reps or any connections with YouTube whatsoever. So they lose their entire source of income that they actually worked hard for, completely unrightfully, like they did absolutely nothing at all wrong. And in the exact...
See, that's the reason right there that makes me start saying the things that I do, because you don't even think before you type. Why do you think we're doing a reaction video? What channel do you think this is going to be on? No, I don't post shorts on the third channel because, one, they don't do any numbers, and two, if you understood how the algorithm worked, it would be better. But I'm not going to get into that with you. I'm sorry to tell you.
Same video where Jacksepticeye was talking about the Coryxkenshin situation. He talked about how he feels so bad for all of these YouTubers who deal with these exact situations and don't have any sort of YouTube representation.
I keep thinking about what it's like if you don't have a YouTube rep to talk to this stuff about. Like, there's a lot of smaller creators out there that get stuff flagged for the same reasons, and then they don't have anybody to talk to, and it just stays flagged for a long time. And what happens because of that is when your stuff gets like a yellow symbol on it, you get demonetized, or you get ad limited suitability, or you get claimed, or anything like that. It just kills your search rankings because YouTube don't want to promote something that
you don't understand.
Can go out to people that's claimed or has some sort of sensitive material or something in it. So you just don't end up in people's recommendations. You don't end up in suggested videos. You don't get pushed to as many people as you would if you were greenlit in the system. So there's a lot of creators out there who are probably getting hit with stuff that shouldn't be.
Anyways, guys, as a lot of my friends got completely demonetized from the platform due to absolutely no reason at all, it reminded me of this entire Coryxkenshin situation. Whenever he got age restricted on YouTube, making his video completely cooked, and no one else served the same repercussions as him, obviously due to potential favoritism or racism on the YouTube team. And I also want to do a quick shout out to a couple people that recently got demonetized. First one is Curse. If in any way a YouTube rep or anyone is watching this video, please reach out to this guy. He did absolutely nothing wrong, as you can obviously see. And the other person is Styro number 1, who's another good friend of mine that I talk to a lot. He also got completely unrightfully completely demonetized on YouTube just due to all of the...
Yeah, you're one of my most annoying viewers. But what's it called? Amari still takes the cake on that one easily. But anyways, long story short, it's rough out here for us smaller creators. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't got no YouTube rep, it could be real rough out here in these streets. But You know what I'm saying? We all gonna grind and get to the top if you still out here being a content creator. I'm gonna leave his video in the description. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, and follow the Twitch in the description. And let me know what y'all think in the comments.